Hey guys, welcome to Chris Bell As Is, and just wanted to put together a series for everybody for the 2021 housing market and talk about a little bit of the data and what I'm seeing based on some of the data for the housing market. I'm hearing, 2008 crash, real estate crash, pent-up demand, seeing a little bit of everything, and just wanted to put some information together for you guys so you can make educated decisions for yourself for real estate investing in 2021 and the future. So in this series, we're going to talk about migration patterns, the Federal Reserve, the national supply and demand of housing, shadow supply and demand, employment rates, inflation, historical inflation. We're also going to talk about money supply, whether that's M2 money supply or stimulus money. We're going to talk about history of economics, maybe look into a little bit of Japan and their housing history, cost of living indexes, and mortgage defaults, foreclosures, potential foreclosures, pre-foreclosures. And we're going to consider, basically what should you do given all of the data. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at migration patterns. So migration patterns are pretty important for real estate and real estate investing because it's showing you basically where people and families are moving to and ultimately where they're moving from. And 2020 was a pretty crazy year with the coronavirus and people working from home. People are getting green light to work from home, ongoing basis, and business closures and so on and so forth. Unemployment really high, and what you're seeing is people, moving from urban environments to some of the suburbs. So people are moving from that urban core, and that's what some of the data is showing. And so some of the places we can look for this data is U-Haul. So basically U-Haul is the do-it-yourself moving truck line, and they have been monitoring migration patterns, so net inflows, outflows of their one-way moving trucks and vans and trailers for a number of years. So they measured, I think it was 2 million data points in 2020, and they basically said the highest net inflow ranking was Texas, or not Texas, Tennessee, for the first time, and it overtook Texas. And Texas was one of the top states for 5 straight years. And you can find this information on the website, but just interesting here, they rank their top states. So Tennessee was number 1, and in parentheses they've got where they were at the year prior. So Tennessee was number 12 the year prior. Then you've got Texas, Florida, Ohio, Arizona, Colorado, Missouri, Nevada, North Carolina, and Georgia rounding out the top 10. So some other places we can look for data, which is really interesting, is United Van Lines. So this is people that are hiring people to do their moving, and they've got an interactive map on their website. So you can go to that and you can look at, basically any state you want and see the inflows, outflows, why people moved. Blue states are their higher net inflows. So that's great. And you can compare the top 10 there, compare it to U-Haul. And then another place you can look is United States Postal Service. So this is change of address moves. There's a lot of data that has to be considered here, but this is a website I found where they compiled some of that data to look at, inflows, outflows on changes of address. So basically you can take all of that data, compile it, make an educated decision for yourself.